My name is Duncan Driscoll. I'd like to welcome everyone to the call this evening. Um, I encourage you to keep an open mind. The information I'm going to show you is absolutely accurate. It may not be a business model that you've ever seen before, that you're familiar with. However, I can tell you that it's a perfect timing for this particular company and this opportunity. The only question is it the right time in your life to capitalize? And I certainly hope that it is for your sake. So I'm going to walk you through a presentation. I'm going to try to move fairly quickly. We will record this and upload it. So if you're watching it on a link, you can stop and pause and see whatever you might have missed. And at the end of the presentation, I'd like to invite a few people on to share their personal experiences with this product line, with this company. So I'm an entrepreneur. I've started many companies. The last company I founded, I took from an idea to start to a buyout. It was bought out by Intel. It's a Silicon Valley company right now. So I've been in business for 3 decades, 30 years. I've seen a lot, and I've never seen a better opportunity than the one I'm about to show you this evening, and that's why I'm engaged in building. So I didn't learn this in college, this quote here from Warren Buffett: if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll work till you die. I learned how to get smart on a particular topic. I decided that I didn't want to work for want to work for someone else. I wanted to work for myself. So I left grad school, started my first business at 22. I went on to, I think I had 3 businesses before I discovered the industry of multi-level marketing back in 1989. And I understood this concept for the first time. So if you're trading a unit of time for a unit of money, you can never stop working, or you can make a lot of money and not enjoy your life. So the question is, how do you find a way to leverage your efforts so that your income is not dependent upon your efforts alone? So this is a leveraged income opportunity for those of you that are looking for a way out of the system. My father used to say, Duncan, you can't fight the system. And I'd say, what's the system, Dad? And I understand what the system is now. And I also understand the only way out is to make a lot of money and do it in a way where you can have freedom. So we're going to move pretty quick here. This is another quote that I like a lot. This is Napoleon Hill. The majority of people who fail to accumulate wealth or money sufficient for their needs are generally influenced by the opinions of others. So the worst thing you could do is go to somebody that knows nothing about this and ask for their opinion. The best thing you could do is do your own due diligence and come to your own conclusion. So I'm going to tell you about this company, Isagenix. It's one of the fastest growing companies in the world. Before I do that, I'm going to tell you that I am going to talk about large incomes. There are no guarantees here. The only guarantee is that there's no limit to how much money you can make, but it's totally up to you. I'll also show you some before and after pictures. Everybody's body is different. Everybody reacts differently, but I can tell you, if you want to change your health, you've come to the right place. The rest is up to you. So the company's vision is to impact world health and free people from physical and financial pain, and in the process create the largest health and wellness company in the world. So before I tell you about the company, I want to just cover current events. Nothing is normal in business anymore. We see that mortgage delinquencies are going up. We see retail stores closing by the tens of thousands, stores that have been around for a lifetime. AT&T slashing a sizable number of jobs and closings. The airlines industries are saying they're not going to come back for another 3 to 5 years. About 40 million people have filed for unemployment insurance. Here's the bankruptcies again. They're saying that we're currently now in a recession and maybe going into a depression. So if your plan B is not, if your plan A is not such a good plan anymore, maybe it's a good time to take a look at a plan B. And if you still do have a good income or an income, maybe it's a good time to have a second income and build a side business so that you can offset your losses and be on the winning equation. So why network marketing? If you mention network marketing to different people, everyone has a different opinion. My opinion is it's fantastic. It's the best form of business in the world. Why? Because you can build a business, provided you're at the right place at the right time with the right company, the right time in your life. You can build a business quickly with no employees, no paperwork, no payroll, no storefront, no inventory, no fulfillment centers, no money at risk. It's the ideal business because the company does all of those things for you, and all you're left to do is connect people with the company. The company, you can build a business from home, from your town, from your state. You can go into out of state. You can build seamlessly across the world as if you're operating right there out of your home, and you will be. And the company gives you a back office. You get to see your entire business. No employees. You don't have all the payroll taxes, all the stress and headaches of traditional business, which gives you freedom. So here are the highlights. You set your own hours. You can work from anywhere. You have full training and support. We have a system that we've developed by experts in marketing. We can show that to you as well. You have a financial opportunity that with no cap to your earning potential. Why Isagenix? Well, there are about 318 or 20 people have made $1 million or more with this company. They've been growing fast, quickly for the last 18 years. In fact, at one point, they were listed 11 years straight in Inc. magazine's 5,000 fastest growing companies in the United States and now in the world. Millions of lives have been impacted, including my own. They're responsibly held, no operational debt. So at 58 years old, I decided to put the products to the test. And after being a wholesale buyer for about 3 years, I'd been in a motorcycle accident. 8 years, I was in a lot of pain. 8 months, I was in a lot of pain. I had 7 broken ribs, a separated collarbone. And 16 weeks after putting these products in my body, these are my results. If I could do this at 58, imagine what you could do. I entered this IsoBody Challenge. It's a contest, a transformation contest that the company sponsors. That's me in the middle. And you can see I'm not alone. In fact, hundreds and maybe even thousands of people have transformed their bodies, not just on the outside, but on the inside. It's a holistic program that gets you well. And what you see on the outside is just the result of what's happening on the inside. The company is built on integrity. Their vision is to impact world health, as I covered. You know, I entered the contest. There were 30,000 people that entered approximately. I was one of 15 finalists, and I won $3,000, a trip for 2 to Costa Rica. And more than that, the company paid for us to come out to Phoenix and take a look at them. And we walked the halls. I saw this with my own eyes. This company, in my opinion, is doing everything right. They've been featured in multiple business and news publications. They're frequently in People magazine with stories about incredible weight loss testimonies. And so I'm very analytical. What I did was I plotted a growth curve. I took a look at some companies I was familiar with. Amway's one of them. They've been around for 60 years. It took them 20 years to do $1 billion in sales. 10 years later, they doubled. 10 years later, they nearly doubled again, and then they went vertical. Nu Skin is the company I was introduced to back in 1989. I have personal friends that are multimillionaires, at least 8 people that I'm personal friends with that have made over $20 million with that company. So it took them 20 years to hit $1 billion in sales, and 10 years later, they tripled. In fact, Kwang Soo is on the call right now. He was responsible for helping that company go into South Korea. He's made over $1 million in a year, 1 year. He's an expert in this industry, and hopefully we'll be able to hear from him in a little bit. So what was it that got me excited about this company? It was simple. They took this concept that I was familiar with, all the good, none of the bad, and they applied it to nutrition. So there's no artificial anything in this product line. There's no hydrogenated oils, no steroids that they typically would give cows to overproduce so they can make more money by making more whey protein. No hormones, no routine antibiotics, no herbicides, no pesticides, no Roundup. It's all non-GMO, no high fructose corn syrup. This is a clean product line from end to end. It's what I call above organic grade. They test for over 150 different chemicals and heavy metals. You will not find those things in this product line. They are at the far right of where everyone has to go if they want to be healthy. So everyone's in a transition. You know, people are on a different spot along this way that you eat. And eventually, if you want to be healthy, you have to get the chemicals out of your diet. So they have hundreds of products. We focus on a handful of systems. One of them is weight wellness. The company has an 11-day shred program where most people will drop 7 to 9 to 15 pounds of body fat within 11 days. 11 days. Without losing lean muscle mass. And they have double-blind studies to prove it. This is not a diet. This is a way to clean the impurities out of your cells. When you do, you'll have more energy. You're going to feel better. Your body's going to be healthier, and you're going to drop that visceral fat that's very difficult to get off your body. It's only $148. I mean, it's offset by the savings of what you'd normally spend in food for 11 days. They have a performance line that professional athletes are using, weekend warriors. I could tell you that they have, again, it's this concept, all the good, none of the bad. So it's super clean. But they have a pre-workout drink called Amp Nitro. I use it before I work out. I feel like Superman. I feel like I can go on forever. It delays the onset of lactic acid. It increases nitric oxide production, increases blood flow, stamina, endurance. Put it in your body. You'll feel the difference, and you'll be hooked. And that's why this company is growing so quickly. The products actually do what they're designed to do, and you can feel a difference. Vitality and well-being, we'll talk about that in just a minute. There's a product called Isogenesis that most people would want to know about. The science behind it won a Nobel Prize. Personal care and beauty products, again, all the good, none of the bad. And they have a financial wellness program. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're really going to focus on the business opportunity here. But so what happens when you put this in your body? Take a look at this family. They lost over 300 pounds together. It's incredible. And I met these. These are real people. And I mean, what this company has and what it can do for your health is just mind-boggling. And it gets people excited, and they want to share that with other people. So here's the 11-day shred program. I'm not going to go into detail on how it works. The person that invited you onto this call or sent you the link, they could tell you all about it. I can tell you it comes with a 100% money-back guarantee. If you're not satisfied for whatever reason, call the company. You get your money back. Even if you lost fat, even if you're feeling better, you're not happy, send it back. No questions asked. This is what's called the Everyday Shake Pack. And this is an important concept. Understand that if you could replace an unhealthy meal with a healthy meal, you're going to get healthier. But what if you could replace an unhealthy meal with a healthy meal, increase your lean muscle mass, decrease your body fat, and save money at the same time? There's 56 shakes in this pack. They're fully balanced meal replacement shakes with the highest quality ingredients on the planet. They're $3 each. So for $6, you could have 2 healthy meals. Then you can have, your regular meals. Maybe you have dinner. You substitute breakfast, maybe in lunch, or you have it as a snack. Maybe you want to increase lean muscle mass. You can do that as well by adding this into your diet. But it's almost like free food at $3. So I save about $300 easily, $300 a month in my food bill. So I've literally turned my expenses into an income. Who wouldn't want to do that? Here's a forever pack. I mentioned Isogenesis. Again, the person that invited you onto the call can tell you a little more about this. But at the end of your chromosomes, you have telomeres. The telomeres degrade, unravel over time. And they found that there are nutrients that you can give that yourself. You can put them into your body that support the repair of telomeres and actually reverse the aging process. It's an amazing technology. Again, it's something you put in your body, you'll feel the difference. 2 shakes a day, 1 shake a day, and Isogenesis, you're looking at $163. Again, it's 2 cups of latte at your local coffee cafe. Anyway, take a look. I put this up for a reason, because if you're watching this on a link after we've done this, I want you to look at all of the nutrition that's packed into the essentials with the Isogenesis in here. You're not going to find that anywhere else. If you want the best nutrition in your body, this company has it. Here's the Amped Next Level Performance line. Again, I mean, we have people out there that are still buying drinks with food colors and high fructose corn syrup. Give them an option. There's a product here. It's Amped Hydrate. Again, I'm going to show you the ingredients, and maybe I took them out of here. But one of the ingredients in Amped Hydrate is organic Jerusalem artichoke. I don't even know where to buy that. Why is that in a fluid recovery drink? It must be because it's really, really good for you. So that's what the type of company that we're talking about here. This Amped Tri-Release Protein, it has a patented ingredient called Velocitol. Look it up. It's been featured in Muscle and Fitness and other fitness magazines. It doubles the power of protein in your body. And this company put that patented ingredient into this product with 3 different types of protein for sustained release. So one serving gives you 25 grams of protein. The effect is like having 50 grams of protein in your body because it doubles the power of the protein. And it's a sustained release product that over 6 hours or so, your body's being fed super high quality protein. Here's another product I use all the time, greens. 1 scoop of this is the equivalent of 2 servings of above organic grade green vegetables. It's $1.28 a serving. And oh, by the way, one of the ingredients, spirulina. Look up spirulina and the antiviral properties that spirulina has. Here's another one, Shake Booster. You put this into your shake, your $3 shake, you put a scoop of this in. This has a patented ingredient called Wellmune. Look up Wellmune. Again, I look at the ingredients, I'm analytical. I look at all this stuff. Look at all the other ingredients in here. Look at the mushrooms and all the things that these ingredients will do to build your immune system. Here, oh, by the way, I did have it here, Amped Hydrate. Look at this on top. Organic Jerusalem artichoke. Unbelievable. So what is Isagenix? Isagenix is a company that's doing business in 14 countries, soon to be 20. And you can build a network of people that are buying from the company. You can have 10 people in your group. You have 100 people. You have 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 500,000. A friend of mine, Herb Cepeda, that called me to tell me about this company. He asked me if I wanted to come up alongside of him and help him build a business, and that he was the top earner in the world with this company. I said, Herb, what does that mean exactly? Because I'm an entrepreneur, and I want to know, well, what's the top? What is the potential here? What can I earn? And so he said, well, Patty and I are last week we earned about $50,000. And I said, $50,000, Herb, in a week with no employees, no paperwork, no stress, no headaches, I'm in. Just send me a package. And I put the products in my body. Within the first 30 days, I lost 4 inches around my waist. So what do? I simply look at the products in their catalog that I'm interested in, that I buy normally from another company, and I buy them from Isagenix. So I'm not spending any more money. In fact, sometimes I'm spending less money. I'm getting a higher quality product. And then we show other people how to do the same thing. And all the while, you get healthy. So who's attracted to this? Well, we have, professional athletes. Here's Charles Kemp, 8th in the world in bodybuilding. He can tell you about his experience with Amp Nitro better than I can. I mean, he's getting a pump in the gym. People walking over to him say, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And so it's easy to share. Here's another guy on my left here. This is Pat Wedge. Pat was three-time national cheerleading champion. We've got another friend of mine who's his wife was a 2019 finalist. He was a former U.S. Army Olympic wrestling coach. And so, while you're sitting here wondering, maybe is this for me or not, or is this for real? I can tell you right now, every day, every single day, every hour around the world, people are building a business. Now is the time to get involved with this company. They're going to grow 10 times larger than they are. Now is the time to be building. I'll tell you more in the end here. But anyway, if you Google Isagenix transformations, this is what you're going to see. This woman on the right was 2-time national fitness champion. And there's, regular people like me who have transformed their bodies. So the 11-day shred, how does it work? Well, if you lead with that and tell people about it, you're going to get a great response. So you share with 2 people. The company has a referral program. You can earn back $120. If they share with a few people, maybe 2 people each, next thing you know, you got $570 in your pocket. And this is what's really interesting about this to me. You build 2 teams. It's like building a company, but with no employees, right? So you help a handful of people. You might have 2, you might have 3, you might have 5, maybe you have 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and you build a team. And you start stacking people under people and stacking people. And every time you do 900 BV or points in your business, the company pays what they call a cycle. That's $54. So to make this really easy, I round up. Instead of saying 900, I say 1,000. So every time your business on a weekly basis does 1,000 BV, that's about $1,500. And it's not you, it's you and a group of people. The company pays a cycle of $54. Well, they'll pay you up to 250 cycles per week. That's over 13,000 per week. And so I put together a little sample here. And if you introduce this to 2 people in your first week, you have 2 people on your team, And if each person's doing, 200 BV, you're not going to make a whole lot, but you'll make enough to about cover the cost of a package to buy some product that you get started with. The second week, you've got 4 people. That's not so exciting. The fourth week, 16 people. Still not that exciting. You made about $750 without any bonuses. That's just the back end. You go to week 8, and you've got 256 people in your group. If each person does 100 BV, that's 25,600 BV times 6% of the BV. Now things are looking pretty good. Well, if you did it for 12 weeks, and if you duplicated this model exactly, and it doesn't happen exactly this way, we don't live in a perfect world, it's a perfect model. However, it can happen in a similar fashion. And maybe it doesn't happen in 12 weeks. Somebody could literally do this in 12 days. If you could figure out how to do this in 12 days, the company would pay you. It might take you 12 weeks, 12 months, and maybe it takes you 12 years. It's totally up to you. But within, let's say, 12 weeks, you can have 4,000 people in your group times 100 BV. That's 400,000 BV times 6%. It's a check for $24,000. That's pretty good. That's exciting. And so I copied this right out of the company's material for their compensation plan. Again, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a businessman. I want to make 7 figures a year. If I can't make 7 figures a year, I'm not that interested. So take a look here at a 24-star platinum. They pay 1,000 cycles. 1,000 cycles or more, you're looking at 56,000 per week to 59,000 a week. There are people doing this right now with this company. So here's what I haven't shown this to anybody here. In my own research, as I analyzed Amway and Nu Skin and Isagenix, this is what I did. There's a list that I found online. It's the 100 top earners in multi-level marketing. The ones in green are Amway. The ones in blue are Nu Skin, 2 companies I know about. And the one in red is Isagenix, Jimmy Smith. Here's a guy that started in his 70s. He's in his 90s. He and his family have made over $65 million. This is old. They've made over $65 million with this company. Here's the important part. Look at the age of these companies. Amway, 60 years. 60 years. Nu Skin, 35 years. Jimmy Smith has already passed the top all-time earner in Nu Skin, Nathan Ricks, and Isagenix is half the age of that company. This list will be red. Give it another 5 years, and these people will be displaced by a company who has a better compensation plan at the right time. This is your opportunity. And so the names in blue, I know at least 8 of these people. Kwang Soo knows them as well. In fact, Kwang Soo was introduced to Nu Skin years ago by Nathan Ricks. Knows him really well. This is for real, guys. This is a real opportunity. And we have a way to show you how you can participate on a very high level. Look at this. The top monthly incomes of the top 50 earners. Herb and Patty Cepeda. Again, look, Isagenix, 18 years old. This was when they were 17. And so $280,000 a month. And this company is half the age of these other companies that are on this list. Jimmy Smith, right below them. So I look at this and I naturally say, look, these people are flesh and blood just like me. All I have to do is do the work, and the company is willing to pay. So, and it's not all about money. Everyone knows that. This is a legacy income company. A legacy company, you can build a legacy income, and you can will it to your kids so that your kids don't have to be constrained by income, which is the #1 thing that holds people back in life. Most people never get to do the things that they want to do because they can't, and they're constrained by income. You can break free from that system and actually do the things that God's gifted you to do. Go serve other people. Share your income, share your wealth with other people. Operate at a different level, and it doesn't take long to get there if you're willing to work. There's no free rides. However, you're just sharing information. That's all you're doing. So the pros: earn free product, flexible time, new income stream, proven system, no risk, no overhead, tax benefits because you're in your own business, legacy income. You can improve your health, build your wealth. And the one question that people have is, can this work for me? And I can tell you, absolutely. I don't care what your background is. If you're good at what you do and you're a hard worker and you haven't achieved to the level that you want to achieve, maybe it's because you just haven't applied yourself in a vehicle that allows you to excel. And so I heard this example years ago. You know, you could take two people that are equally competent at racing cars, put one in a Volkswagen Bug, a 74 Bug, and put one in a 2020 Ferrari. They pull up to the stop sign. The guy in the Bug doesn't have a chance, no matter how good of a driver he is. So if you're good at what you do, why not take what your work ethic, take your ability to learn and apply yourself to something that's going to get you to where you want to go. So use the products. That's the number one thing. Look, if you're not willing to invest in some products to try them for yourself, I can tell you right now, you're not going to tell anybody about this. Because the reason this works is that people have a personal experience with the product line. And at that point, they get it. And at that point, they're willing to tell people about it. That's why this works. Share the products then. Invite people to the calls. Follow up and repeat. Here's the 11-day shred. Here's the company Isagenix. I'm going to stop sharing. And hopefully we're going to have some people here that would like to share their testimonies. So let me just start to open it up. And I didn't, this is not planned. I kind of invite people at the end. Sheila, if you can unmute yourself, you do a great job. I mean, what a great story you have. So Sheila is a retired pilot. I'll let her tell you. Let's see if we can get you unmuted. Oh, there you go. Okay. So if you went to the doctor recently, he had some comments, and maybe you want to share with people about how this is working out for you.
I'd love to. I went to the doctor last Friday. I had been on the Isagenix products since January. I have lost a total of 23 pounds and 5 inches around my waist. At age 74, most of us women have bought into it's either metabolism, our hormones are changing, we just are getting older, and we maintain that belly fat. Well, I'm here to tell you that I do not have that belly fat anymore, and that is an absolute delight. My doctor, I'm on 3 blood pressure meds at the time, and Friday when I was there to visit the doctor, he took me off of 1.5 of those blood pressure meds and said to me that he was really pleased with the fact that at my age, I had taken my health by the horns and I was trying to improve it. And he said, if I only had as many patients like you as I could get, because for every one of you, I have 40 that won't do a thing. And I am delighted to be able to say that age 74, he said to me, I was probably healthier today than I was at age 62. And that he just added years to my life. I could have floated out of his office. Isagenix has been my answer, and I know it is an answer for every woman that is over the age of 50 that is maintaining that belly fat. Isagenix will help you get rid of that.
Thank you. And I have to say that we get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Monday through Friday, sometimes Saturdays, and we do a little Zoom workout. Everyone on the call is invited to join us if you like. We do a professional routine, and Sheila jumps right in there with us. She's working hard, like banging it out. Elaine, I don't know much about your story, but if you'd like to share a little bit about what you think about these products and what they've done for you, that'd be fantastic.
I'd love to. Thank you. I know we haven't had a chance. I started 2 years ago, and like a lot of people, I was super skeptic, but I've been into nutrition and good health forever. And so I thought, okay, I'll give these a try. And probably within 7 weeks, I play tennis every week. My tennis coach goes, what the blank are you doing? Because I was running the court. And then it dawned on me that, okay, something's changing here. So fast forward to 2 years, and I just did a 5-mile hike up the Flatirons here in Colorado. And I can beat out people a third of my age. So, and I do all the amped products all the way up, all the way down. And so my story also includes stress, because I work with people on stress and anxiety. And these products are magic, because when you have good health working from the inside out, not only can you see your physique and your mind benefit, but it's how you relate to other people. It's your productivity, your efficiency, it's your sleep. It affects your total lifestyle when you have superfood nutrition. So I tell people I will never, ever go to another company or try something else. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Sure.
Charles McLaughlin, would you mind sharing? We haven't heard from you either, I don't think. Can you unmute yourself? Charles has a great story. Let me see if I could help you. Unmute.
I did for him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, perfect. Charles, it's still showing that he's muted, Kwang Soo. There we go. Charles, if you pull your screen down a little bit, we could see you better. We just see kind of half of you. But so Charles, what's your background? If you could quickly just tell us what your background is, and then what kind of results have you had on the 11-day shred, and where you and your wife at right now?
Well, I'm a retired pilot myself, also a retired Marine. And I've been having a lot of health problems over the years. But since I started on the products it's about a month ago, lost over 20 pounds, going 22 pounds now, and a lot of increased energy. And I'm going on to my third cleanse now, and it was great. And I'm talking to a lot of people about these products. So from now on, I'm on my way up.
That's so fantastic. You must feel great. How many pounds did you lose on the 11-day shred when you first started?
20. The first time I lost, it was 8 pounds, and then it was 12 pounds, and now it's just eating properly now, doing 2 shakes a day and 1 meal. We've gone over 20 pounds.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Fantastic. Thank you, Charles, for sharing. And we're going to shift gears a little bit. Just want to get a business testimonial. Kwang Soo, if you wouldn't mind, I mean, look, we know a lot of the same people. I had already semi-retired when you had, I dropped out, kind of sold my business actually, but before I did that, I pretty much was semi-retired back in 92, 91, 92. I know you got involved with the company after that, but from a businessman standpoint, maybe you could share a little bit about what your business background is and what kind of experience you had, and what kind of opportunity you see here with Isagenix.
Sure, thank you. I'm just like Duncan. I started my own business when I was a junior in college. So I grew my business, got to be really big, and good part of the business, being in business is, you get to keep everything you make, but then the bad part of the business, and business doesn't go right, then you get to give up everything and more, right? So at the age of 35, I think I was probably wealthier than ever I would have been, but when business slowed down, I had a real tough time. So in the middle of that, I was introduced to a company called Nu Skin, and I didn't know anything about network marketing. I didn't have a very good image of people who are in network marketing at that time. So when a friend of mine was a doctor, introduced me to this, I said, you gotta be kidding. I'm a big company. I can't do this. But then, I met Nathan Ricks at his house and listened to what he had to say. I said, wow, this could be a really good business because, I was in the food distribution company. I had huge warehouses, 150,000 square feet of cold storage, many trucks, 100 employees. I mean, it's like this headache after headache after headache and 20,000 SKU, right? You know what I'm talking about. And Nathan was making like $2 million or $3 million a year with no employee, no nothing. So if he can make, $3 million a year or $2 million a year with no risk, that's much better deal than what I'm doing, right? So I said, you know what? And then also I was pushed to do this because I was broke. I mean, I had more to to pay out than own, right? Own. So I had a deep debt, multiple 7 figures, maybe close to 8 figures. So I said, you know what? I got to do this. It makes sense. So I worked really hard, and I joined in I think it's August of '95, and by '96 I made over $1 million. Okay, I got lucky. I worked really hard. The beauty of this is the people who make money in this industry aren't really business savvy people. You know, look, Jimmy Smith was a butcher. He made what, 60, $70 million, right? Herb Cepeda is a cop, policeman from New York, and his wife is a teacher. So you don't have to be super business savvy to do this. And that's what my interest. And the reason why Isagenix works, I believe, is that stuff's work. You know, it tastes really good, and it's reasonably priced. So when I joined, I didn't have to do the tasting. If they were selling almost $1 billion a year, and they've been growing for 16, 17 years, I don't have to be the judge. Consumer already judged it, right? And first couple of months, I didn't even take the product because I didn't think I needed it, right? But then as I was introduced to the product slowly, I lost about 25 pounds, about 3 or 4 inches off to waist. And I'm a tennis player like Elaine, and I can play 2 hours with 20-year-old, and I'm 58 years old. And, you know, this is possible because the product. And because the product's like that, we have a business chance. You know, if somebody comes to you and say, I have a drink, if somebody drinks this, then you'll be living extra 100 years. Wouldn't you want to sell that, right? This is something just short of that, right? This is such a great product. My mentor, Herb, told me that if you like the product, and if you believe that your friends, I sure, will also love the product, then you're in business. That's the business. You try it, you share it. Back to you, Duncan.
Yeah, Kwang Soo, thank you. It's so true. You know, it doesn't matter. You know, this is a level playing field, like you said. That's what it is. It's the greatest thing in the world because anybody can get to the top, right? There's nobody holding you down. Actually, people helping you build your business. So let's get one more testimonial. Eve, I see you're calling in from Spain, buddy. I don't know what time it is in Spain, but it's getting late, right? About close to 3 in the morning or something, right? I think it'd be fantastic for people that are listening in tonight. You know, look, we're all over the United States. We're on end to end, East Coast. We got the Farm Belt, Ohio, and we got, you know, we got the, what do you call it? In Spain, paella. We got people eating paella sometime today, right? So Eve, what you know, so what attracted you to this, and you know, what's your business look like right now? So you're in Spain, we're in the United States. You're building a business. How's that going for you?
Let's see. Right now it's 2:30 in the morning. I think. Yeah. So my wife is working for a blog, but yeah, what got me attracted? No, I was with another company before already, but the Spanish guy here, Antonio, told me about this company. Was checking it out for like years already, and it was not here yet. So we decided, okay, we want to be the first one. So that happened last year, but we wanted to get a good team, so we joined the Cepeda team. So I introduced 5 people myself, but it turned out to be 200 people in my organization at the moment now. So, and from next month, Europe is going to open, so it's going to be a huge explosion here. So basically, that's my thing. In terms of the product, I was always playing baseball and things like that. So the amped product is really great.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So you have people in the UK, you have people maybe in the Netherlands, you have people in Spain. Is that right? People in the US, maybe? Yeah. So this is how it works. Look, this is the opportunity. It's incredible. You can know someone. You may not know a single person in Germany or Italy, but you might know someone who knows someone who knows someone that says, "Oh my goodness, I'm gonna do what Eve's doing here. I'm taking off. I'm gonna build Europe." And my former partner in my technology company, he had a massive business in Europe, massive, Norway, and all over Europe. There's such a great opportunity here. So, listen, we're going to close the call tonight. We want to thank everyone for joining us, and tomorrow night we're going to do it again. Invite some people on. It'll be a little bit different tomorrow night. So I think it's me and Cece, and Cece brings a lot of energy. She's got just a tremendous business background, a great way to explain this, and invite some people on. 95% of your success is simply sharing the message. We went a little bit long tonight just to give you the big picture, but it's just all you're doing is sharing $1 million message, $1 million message about how you can help somebody achieve wellness, which is the most important thing. And $1 million message because you can help somebody change their financial destiny. And then all we do is share that. That's it. That's what we do. And that's 95% of your business. How many times can you share the message and then and help that person get their questions answered and show them how to connect? That's it. So God bless you all. Thanks for joining us this evening. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great rest of the evening and get some sleep, Eve.